Hello gamers, welcome to another edition of Tonight on Mage Hammer's Game Table, where tonight I am continuing my exploration of Ward the card game, trading card game. If you are familiar with my channel, you know I've been really doing a deep dive into this game, and thank you to the people at Ward the trading card game. They have provided me with two of their upcoming boss battle decks, and I have featured both of these decks on the channel. And with the Frog King, I went solo against him, but I also took two decks against him and I beat him. Now I'm going to do the same with the Knight of Ember. Now Knight of Ember is much tougher, has double the hit points that the Frog King had, and it's going to be a challenge. So the Knight of Ember has 600 hit points. He has 5 speed and armor level of 8. So that puts him up there as pretty dang powerful. And he has 4 damage dice rolls plus 7. So that is definitely going to be a challenge. And his deck is no joke. And if you've seen my video before with him on it, you know what I'm talking about. So as you all know, I'm not really a how to play. I'd rather you learn to play as I play. So if you're interested in this game, check out the link in the description below, and you can go pre-order the boss battle decks, or for pre-order as of the taping of this video. And you can also buy packs and starter decks and get started on your own. It's a really easy game to get into. It's a really easy game to play, and it's a really fun game to play. So without further ado, let's get to the boss battle. All right, so the boss always goes first, so he's going to play out a magic card, and he's got a break free, which releases him from any of the effects that my decks would be doing to him. And fortunately for me, actually, none of that is in play. So now we move over to the next player, and he draws a hand of 5, and we got ourselves a Mythosaurus or a baby dino. I'm liking the baby dino, so we're going to put the baby dino down. That is going to be the main creature for this. Also, these decks, the players can play cards onto their own their comrades' monsters too, by the way, so keep that in mind as we play. I haven't really showcased that too much in my other videos, but I wanted to put it out there now. I'm also going to add Mounted Assault to this baby dino, which increases his speed to 12, which is excellent. And I'm also going to put out a Magic Watch. That's a lot of magic for one creature, I know, but I kind of want to get out. I want to hit the ground running, and I'm making that decision to put that out. Magic Watch lets him re-roll either a hit die or damage die roll once per battle. So that's the entire roll. So that may come in handy. All right. So now let's go to the Knight of Ember. Gets to play a magic card in between their turns. This boss cannot take damage until the beginning of the next turn. This is the Night Guard card. This card kind of confuses me a little bit, but I think I've decided to play it the way I play it, which is it says he cannot take damage until the beginning of his next turn. So on this player's turn, which I'm taking now, he would not be able. Big Buck comes out. He would not be able to. He would not be able to damage the Knight of Ember because, because of that Night Guard. Also, magic cards here. We're going to put the Nightmare Claw on the Big Buck, so he's going to roll an additional damage die. And we're going to destroy the Night Guard with the Council of the Cosmos to kind of get rid of that confusion to begin with. So there you go. All right, so I can't attack yet because this is still the first turn all the way around. But now we go to the Knight of Ember's turn, and he will be able to attack. So he plays a magic card. Equip to the player's primary creature, negate the equipped creature's effect. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it is on the Big Buck. Now, that's not really going to matter too much because neither of them have an ability. Their dice rolls don't count as an ability, but that's okay. So once again, pretty good. Now, the Knight of Ember has to declare an attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's going on the Big Buck. So he rolls 2 dice, and he gets plus 7 to this roll. 3, 10. Big Buck has an armor level 4, so he hit. Does 4 dice plus 7 damage. So let's get their life totals up here. All right, so doing damage to the big buck. So that's 7. Oh, did I compare their speeds? Oh, I'm sorry. Speed. All right, so we'll just keep this because he's not going to kill him anyway. So 7, 8, 9. So he's going to do 16 damage to big buck, but the big buck technically gets to attack first. 5 plus 2 is 6, so not enough to hit him anyway, so it didn't matter anyway. So 7, 8, 9, 16 damage to the big buck. All right, so now play passes to Forest Fire. On the boss's turn, all players must roll 1 die. If any of the player rolls a 4 or 6, destroy this card. Khaki die for the baby dino. Neither of them roll a 5 to 6. So that means if any players roll 1, 3, deal 10 damage to their primary creature. So not great for our poor creatures. Okay, so now Knight of Ember is going to attack. He's going to attack Baby Dino, and he has a speed 5. Baby Dino has a speed 12 thanks to the Mountain Assault, so Baby Dino attacks first. And rolls a 7 plus 3 is 10, so it's definitely a hit, and rolls 1 die plus 3 damage. And that's a 4. He's going to reroll that attack die once per turn, so that's actually 8 to the Knight of Ember. All right. Now, now the Knight of Ember strikes back. That's a 4, 11. That's definitely a hit. 4 dice plus 7. Not great there. I'm liking that. 10, 17 damage. All right. So now play passes to the baby dino. So he has a Minotaur bodyguard. He might hold on to that. He's going to keep... I'm going to hold on to the epic boots. I could just scrap the baby dino right now. Because if I... Yeah, no, I'm gonna make an attack and keep the Minotaur bodyguard up ready to go. So baby dino's going to initiate an attack. Has a 12 speed, so it goes first. 2 dice. That's a 6. That's a 9, so that's definitely a hit. And then it does 1 die plus 3. That's 8 damage to the Knight of Ember. Now Knight of Ember gets to strike back. 2 dice plus 7, 3, 10. That's definitely a hit. And does 4 plus 7 points of damage. That's a lot of damage. So the baby dino is going to play the Minotaur bodyguard and delete that damage. Negate that damage. All right. Knocking cards all over the place here. So that was that. He's not going to do anything else currently, or should he? No, we're going to keep it up. All right, so moving on. So the Knight of Ember plays a card in between. Break free. Is he currently being affected by anybody's stuff? No, so don't have to worry about that. All right, now we move on to the big buck, who draws a card. He's doing pretty well health-wise, but he could die pretty quickly. Do we want to do some damage? Yeah, I'm going to play double hit. Equipped creature can initiate battle. Twice during this turn, your opponent can only return attack for one of these battles. So, my interpretation of that is I get to decide. Do I get to decide which one it attacks on? Huh. I'll say we'll just get it out of the way and have it attack back on its initial attack. So Big Buck is going to initiate attack. His speed is 8. The Knight of Ember is 5. So 9 plus 2 is 11. Rolls 3 dice thanks to the Nightmare Claw. Plus 2 damage. 8, 10, 12 damage. All right. And then the Knight of Ember gets to strike back. 2 dice plus 7 is 12. Definitely a hit. Rolls 4 dice plus 7. And that is 8, 12, 13, 20. So the big buck is going to play this card from hand when an opponent finishes their attack. Negate the attack, return the damage back at the target creature. So he takes 20 damage. All right. Now, because of double hit, the big buck is going to initiate another attack. And the Knight of Ember will not be able to fight back. So 2 dice, 7, 9, that's a hit. And 3 dice, plus 2. Ooh, that was nice. 17 damage. All right, nice. Double hit goes away. Now we move to the Knight of Ember. Plays a card, Minotaur Bodyguard. Next time he takes damage, good, good, good. It's going to choose. Oh, wait, on their turn, he's going to choose. So he's going to be attacking the Baby Dino, but Baby Dino, Khaki, gets a 3. Nope, they each take 10 damage. That's not great for Baby Dino. Not great for Big Buck either, but it puts him one step closer. All right, so he's attacking Baby Dino. Baby Dino has a 12 speed, so Baby Dino attacks first. That is a 9, 12, so that's a hit. And does 1d plus 3 is 5. He's going to do that damage, which is going to be negated by the Minotaur Bodyguard. Now the Knight of Ember gets to strike back. 2 dice plus 7. That's definitely a hit. 4 dice plus 7. Unless the Baby Dino has something he could play out, he's not going to. That is a lot of damage, and Baby Dino dies. All right, so they're at 40 in their cemetery. All right, keep track of that. All right, and now has a creature in their hand, must play it out. It is a Mythosaurus, and it is not his turn, so he can't play magic cards. All right, but now it is his turn, so he's going to draw a card. Nice. Going to put Epic Boots and a Nightmare Claw down on the Mythosaurus. And because the Mythosaurus is so fresh and so clean, he's going to initiate an attack, because why not? You got to start doing damage, right? Wait, this was equipped to Big Buck. Okay, so that stays for now. All right, so Mythosaurus is going to initiate an attack. It has a 9 speed versus Knight of Ember's 5 speed, so it attacks first, and it has a +2 to hit. So that's a 5, 7. Ooh, missed. Now the Knight of Ember gets to strike back, and oh, Knight of Ember hurts himself for 3. Critical fail on the Knight of Ember. All right, so that is it for the dinosaur player's turn. So the Knight of Ember plays a card in between. Destroy one of the player's magic cards. Roll a die. Determine which card. Oh, roll a die to determine whose card and what card is destroyed. Destroy one of the player's magic cards. So first of all, let's see what player it is. And that is going to be the Mythosaurus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's going to be these Epic Boots. Very sad, Epic Boots going away. All right, and now the Knight of Ember will initiate an attack. It's going to attack Mythosaurus, and its speed is 5. Mythosaurus' speed is 9, so Mythosaurus attacks first at +2. 7, that is a 9. And that's a hit, and does 2 dice plus 2 damage. And that's 5, 7 damage. All right, now Knight of Ember gets to strike back. Yeah. 8, 15, 4 dice of damage plus 7. And that's 17, 24 points of damage. Yikes. And that wounds the Mythosaurus. All right. So now that brings us to the Mythosaurus' turn, right? Yeah, because that was the Knight of Ember's turn. Yeah, he played out the Council Cause, I think. Oh, I lost track. Doesn't matter. We're moving on to the Mythosaurus. He draws a card. Ooh, we're going to do that. The Bronto is out and ready to stomp. All right, so he's going to initiate an attack. His speed is 1, so Knight of Ember goes first. 8, 15, so that's a hit. And 4 dice plus 7 damage. All right. Oh, he does not like the looks of that Brontosaurus. 18, 23, 30 damage. Holy moly, that was a massive blow. And now the Bronto returns the attack. 4 plus 7 is 11. That's a hit. And he rolls 2 dice plus 7. That is 8, 15. Yikes. Man, that had to have hurt. Massive blow. All right. So that's it for the Bronto. This card destroys the next magic card played by one of the players. So the Big Buck, it's Big Buck's turn. Draws a card. Well, not going to play a magic card with that card on the field for now. So the Big Buck is going to initiate an attack. It has a better speed, so it's going to initiate an attack. 2d6 plus 2. Almost had a crit fail there. That would have been horrible. 8 just hits the Knight of Ember. Did I forget about the Forest Fire last time? I don't think I did. And so, big buck. Oh, rolls 3 dice for damage. Oh, 6, 7, 9 damage. Now the Knight of Ember strikes back. 8, 15. That's a hit. 4 dice plus 7. This may be the end of the big buck, and it is definitely the end of the big buck. So the big buck goes under and has a creature in its hand. It is a giant rat. If this card is sacrificed, return it back to your deck and shuffle. So the giant rat is out. Now we go to the Knight of Ember's turn. Oh my goodness. So this says card destroys the next magic card played by one of the players. I'm going to play this so that this card, since it was out first, will destroy a magic card. This will destroy the second magic card. I don't think they're going to both trigger off the same magic card. Or maybe they will. This card destroys the magic. Yeah. Oof. Alright, so I'm just going to make the call at the table. This one will just do the first one. This one will do the second one. I think that's how it's intended to be played. Even though technically they should both trigger off of the roll. But we'll see. Alright. Alright. So that was his turn. This is his turn now. He's going to initiate an attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's going against the Bronto. Of course he is. That's the bigger threat. That makes sense to me. The Mind Sap goes away. I forgot. Oh, crap. Let's do the Forest Fire. And then we'll attack the Bronto. Alright, they both rolled. The Forest Fire is finally gone. The Scourge of the Forest Fire has finally been put out. Alright, now we're going to attack. 2 dice plus 7. 16 is definitely a hit. 4 dice plus 7 damage. That is 6, 12, 14, plus 7, 21. All right, Bronto strikes back. Oh, 3, 10 still hits. That's good. 2 dice plus 7 damage. Nice, 16 damage. All right, that brings us to the Bronto's turn. Nope, no magic cards. Hoping to get rid of that one of those blades in the dark. He's going to initiate an attack. Knight of Ember attacks first. 14, that's a hit. 4 dice plus 7. And ouch. So 12, 17, 24. All right, and the Bronto strikes back. 6, 13, definitely a hit. 2 dice plus 7 damage. And that is 11. Alrighty, moving on to a magic card by the Knight of Ember. Smokescreen, equipped to player's primary creature until the boss's next turn. The equipped creature can only roll 1 hit die. It is going to be on the giant rat, so perfect timing. So giant rat is smoked out, so he will be smoked out. All right, so he's only going to be able to roll 1 hit die. It's his turn. All right, so the Evil Queen is going to try to get rid of the smoke screen, but can't because it will be destroyed by this. Then it's going to try to destroy all the magic cards and at least destroys one, bringing it down to the smoke screen. The giant rat is not going to initiate an attack. I don't think the giant rat's been hit yet, have they? Right. All right. Not going to initiate an attack, so that takes us to the Knight of Ember's turn. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Another Forest Fire. You need 4 or 6 on each one. Okay, so the rat this time put out the fire because we've had enough of that, folks. All right, Knight of Ember initiates an attack. And it's going against the Bronto. I don't blame him. It's the bigger threat. And that is a hit. 4 dice plus 7 damage. 8, 10, 12, 19. And now the Bronto strikes back. 4, 11. 2 dice plus 7 damage. 9, 16 damage. Decent. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Got overzealous on my life tapping there. I think I need to add 3. I don't know. Whatever. Good enough. All right. So now we move to the Bronto's turn. Draws a card. closer and closer to death. Sacrificing to put out this trike. So they're at 180 in their cemetery. Going to put out the Sword of the Jungle on the trike. The trike is going to attack the Knight of Ember. His speed is 4. Knight of Ember goes first. So the Knight of Ember definitely hits. So now rolls 4 dice plus 7 damage. Ouch. 17, 24 points of damage. That's like half its damage. That's gotta hurt. All right, Trike will strike back. Gets 2 dice plus 4. Ooh, that's a good hit. And 3 dice plus 4 damage. That's pretty good. 8, 10, 14 damage. All right. Now we play a card in between. It's the Sword of the Grove. Gives him plus 5 to damage, so no fun. Giant Rat draws a card. Ooh, that'll be fun. All right. So he only gets equipped to the player's turn until the boss's next turn. Equip creature. Yeah, okay. So the Giant Rat, if he attacks, he's only going to roll 1 hit die. He's probably not going to hit, so he's just going to not attack. So that moves us to the Knight of Ember. He plays a magic card. He is no in the throes of anything else. This goes away. So he's got his little Sword of the Grove here, and he's ready to rock and roll. He is going to initiate an attack, and it's going against the Giant Rat. 2 dice plus 7. That is definitely a hit. He has an armor level of 1. I mean, come on, folks. And 10, 14, 21. 26. Ouch. But he's going to strike back, this rat. Come on, rat. Okay. So that's 7. And that is not enough. So the rat misses. Knight of Ember's turn. Right? Is this Knight of Ember's? Yes. Okay, he cannot be damaged until the beginning of his next turn. So he is obviously going to initiate an attack. That's going against the Giant Rat. He's going to finish him off. So he hits, because obviously he only hits with anything with a crit fail, and kills him. All right, so now we're going to do my house rule. Oop, can't play him. There we go. And get out this Vampire Orc and shuffle my deck. Add your opponent's current primary creature's modifier to this card. Since it doesn't damage or affect the Knight of Ember, I'm going to say that it is in effect. He is at... yeah. All right, Vampire Orc. All right, now we go to the Trike's turn. He draws a card. Hourglass of Time. Okay. Now, the thing is, if he initiates an attack, the Knight of Ember cannot take any damage and will just crush him. So he's going to decide to pass, which will play out another magic card, 2 Night Guards. Is that really necessary? Is it really necessary to have 2 Night Guards? All right, we go over to this turn. I'm going to put the Epic Helm on the Vampire Orc. All right, plus 4 armor level, plus 4 to hit. We are going to initiate an attack. He cannot take any damage until the beginning of its next turn. So the way I interpret that card is on the other player's turns. On the turn it comes out, he can't take any damage. And then on the other player's turns, he can't take any damage. But then the next time, at the beginning of his turn, he can take damage during his turn. But then once we are no longer in a turn. That's how I interpret that card. If I'm getting that wrong, someone please tell me. But that's how I interpret it. So the round it comes out, the turn it comes out, he takes no damage. Then he takes no damage till the beginning of his next turn. Then he's able to take damage during his turn. But then once he moves out, he cannot take damage till the beginning of his next turn. All right, that's how I'm interpreting it. Now we got 2 of those, but they don't really, yeah, okay. So we are on the Vampire Orc. So if he attacks, he's going to do no damage to that Knight of Ember, and the Knight of Ember is going to do damage to him. So he's not going to attack. So that brings us to the Knight of Ember's turn, and deal an additional plus 20 to the boss's next attack. Nice. So my interpretation is he can be damaged on his turn right now, but then during their turns, they're not going to be able to damage, which is disgusting. All right, so he's got to initiate an attack. He's going to attack the trike. He gets 2 dice plus 7 to hit. That's 5, 12. That's definitely a hit. He does 4 dice plus 12 and then plus 20 to whatever that is. Because he was definitely faster. Yes, okay. Oh my gosh. 12, 16, 19 plus 12 is 31. It's enough to kill the trike. It does an additional plus 20 damage, which then we'll put this away. And this is, let's see what his life is. So he's at 180 plus 50 is 230. So he's still alive. Okay, that's the first creature I drew. Gotta shuffle the deck. That's not going to be very helpful. All right, so that was during the Knight of Ember's turn, and since he attacked first, there was no strike back, and now it's going to move to the dinosaur player's turn, and that dinosaur player will not be able to damage the Knight of Ember because of those royal guards. All right. Yikes. All right, so now he draws a card. You got to be kidding me. Okay, so that's that. He's not going to attack. We play a magic card in between. Smoke screen, equipped to primary. It's going on the Vampire Orc. He is now smoke screened. All right. Draws a card. Oh, man. We're going to put down the Bull Power. Hopefully we can get rid of those royal guards and be able to damage him, or be able to damage him during his turn. So he's in pretty good shape there if he actually ends up attacking. So we move to the Knight of Ember's turn. He plays Flame Sword. His next attack does 20 damage. He's going to initiate an attack, and that is a 4, so that's going on the Vampire Orc. I don't blame him. He's the bigger threat right now. Vampire Orc, thanks to this helm that he has, and this Bull Power, he is at 12 armor level. So the Knight gets to roll 2d6 plus 7 to hit a 12. He gets a 9, 16, so it's definitely hit. So 4 dice. Crap. Vampire Orc got to attack first. It had a better speed. Yes, his speed is not. All right, so I will save that damage, and we'll say he hit. We won't replay that. The Vampire Orc will attack, because he gets to go first. But wait. Yeah, because we're on Knight of Ember's turn, so he can be damaged. So, 1 dice roll plus 4, plus 7 is 11, so he's definitely going to hit. Plus, unless he rolls Snake Eyes. Okay, so he hits. Now, he is rolling 1 die. He gets plus 4 to the damage, plus his 7. So that's 11. And then he gets an additional... Yeah, so 11, 13. So he gets 13 plus to this roll. 16. All right. Now the Knight of Ember already hit and is rolling damage. 8, 10, 11, 18, 23. Crap. He can only roll 1 die to hit. All right, let's do his damage first. 8, 10. That's 10. 22, 23. So we're going to hit the Vampire Orc for 23. Now, the Vampire Orc, I think he would have hit with just 1 die anyway. Like, ooh. He had a whole bunch to hit. Yeah, he was going to hit no matter what. Okay, never mind. So we hit. We already did it. Yeah, okay, good. It was better to do that. Oh, shoot. I was too distracted. So what we're going to do is we're going to play the Children of the Forest retroactively and just roll 5 extra dice of damage on the boss. 10, 17, 19. As if it would have happened then. So that's 19 points of damage to the boss. More. All right. Woo! Keeping track, keeping track. All right, so that was the Knight of Ember's turn. So now we go to the Dimorphodon's turn. Is that even worth it? He is not going to initiate. Well, actually, the Vampire Orc is down to 7. He's down to 26. If he initiates an attack, that'll be bad. He'll die. He can't damage the Knight of Ember anyway, so he's not going to initiate an attack. Knight of Ember plays a card. It is destroy one of the player's magic cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, wait, this is gone. Oh my gosh, I forgot about the extra 20 damage. So, Vampire Orc's dead. Keeping track of stuff. Oh, there we go. Wild Vampire. And the Vampire, that Vampire Orc would have attacked first anyway, so it didn't necessarily negate any of the damage or anything. Wow, folks, sorry. I mean, you know, I'm a pretty good solo player. I'm usually good at doing these things. I just got to slow down, I guess. Slow down. So this comes into play now. And there's no magic cards on the field, so I'm just going to put it away. All right, and this is now done as well. All right, so this is still the Knight of Ember's turn. It's going to initiate an attack, going against the Dimorphodon. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, or does it matter? Yeah, Dimorphodon. Of course I am. And he is now at... All right. Okay. So he is going to initiate an attack. Let's see who he attacks. He's going to attack the vampire. All right. So the vampire has an armor level of 5. He is 6. That's a hit. And he does 4 dice plus 7, plus 12, actually. 10, 12, 24. Ouch. Vampire, if he strikes back, even if he hits, on hit, reduce your opponent's primary creature's armor level to 0, increase this card's modifier, but okay. All right, so what I'm going to do is, he's going to attack, because it says on hit, doesn't say on damage. And so he might try to drain his armor, but I'll have to roll whether that's going to affect him or not, as per the boss battle rules. So he's going to re-roll. He's going to attack back. He gets +1 to this. So 8, 9. So he definitely hits. All right. He does no damage because he cannot take damage. Okay. However, on hit, his armor level is now 0. And I increase this card's modifier by the number decreased. So his armor level is 8. So it's down to 0. So now he has +9 to hit until +9. He has a +9 modifier until a creature is gone. However, at this moment, he does not do any damage. All right. I think that was the Knight of Ember's turn, right? Oh my gosh, I'm losing track. I really should be tracking this. All right, so that was the Knight of Ember's turn. We'll just say now it's the Dimorphodon's turn. We're going to start bringing this card around. Draws another card. He doesn't really have a choice. He's got to bring this stuff out. So he's going to Nightmare Claw it. And he's going to not initiate an attack because he will die if he gets attacked. He's going to sit there and take this shot for him. You know what? Yeah, no, he's not going to do it. All right, so the magic card gets played between their turns. Oh my gosh, so he attacks during their turn. So he rolls in who he's going to attack. He's going to attack the wild vampire. And this is not his next turn as far as I can tell, because the in-between turn I don't think counts as a full turn, which I think is what this card means. This card's causing me all kinds of problems. No, it's not causing me problems. It's making my brain hurt. I may have to ask on the Discord how people play the Night Guard. Of course, it's not out widely yet. All right, so here we go. And I said he's attacking the Wild Vampire. 2 attacks. He has a speed of 5. Wild Vampire is 9. So the Wild Vampire is going to attack. But it ain't going to matter because he can't damage him. Because it's not his turn. I don't think.
I mean, it's technically his turn because he takes a turn in between a minor turn. So does that count as his next turn? What the heck? No. What the... it's not really his next turn. I mean, it's the in-between turn. So is that his turn? We're just going to say he can't be damaged. So whatever. So I can attack, see if I damage myself. I don't. I hit him. I don't do any damage to him. He strikes back. 4, 11, so he hits, and he does 4 dice plus 12 damage. That's 8, 20 damage to this guy. All right, and this card goes away. Now we take the Wild Vampire's turn. That is not helpful. We're in real trouble here, folks. So the Wild Vampire can't hurt the Knight of Ember because of those Night Guards. So now we can know it's his turn. Oh my gosh, so he gets an additional attack this turn too, but at least he can take damage. So let's see who he attacks. Of course he's going after poor little Dimorphodon. So he's going to attack. Dimorphodon's speed is better. So Dimorphodon is going to attack first. 2 dice plus nothing, 10. That is a hit, however. Good for you, Dimorphodon, and thanks to Nightmare Claw, he rolls 2 dice of damage. 7, so it is his turn, so we can actually hurt him. All right, so 7 is 7 damage. 7 damage is 7 damage, folks. All right, now he strikes back. And that is a 6 plus 7 is a 13. That's a hit. 4 dice plus 12. That's 9, 12, 13, 25. That is enough to kill the Dimorphodon. And let's see where he's at. 110, that's 180. Wait, 70, 180, and 70. My gosh, I am terrible at math. Right, so the 110 and 40 is 150, so that's 250. So they're still good, still alive. Let's get a creature out. Another trike. All right, got to shuffle the deck. This is the Knight of Ember's turn, so the trike will not be able to strike back because it just came into play now. See if any magic I want to play on him. Nope. I guess during his turn I should have played the Cure Minor Wounds. We're gonna heal our partner's creature. I should have done that. I forgot it was in my hand, so we're gonna do it anyway. So no harm, no foul there. Wasn't attacking him anyway. The trike is now in play. That is the end of the Knight of Ember's turn, and now he can't be hurt till the beginning of his next turn. That's how I play that card. The trike draws a card. That's not going to be helpful, not going to attack, because you can't damage him. We go in between the turns, and now he has a Mysterious Traveler that's helping him out, just what he needs. Gives an additional armor level and speed, so that's going to be disgusting. And now the Wild Vampire. Ooh, that'll come in handy-ish. Well, I can't damage him, so I'm not going to attack this turn, so that moves to the Knight of Ember's turn. He plays a card. Flame Sword, again, an additional plus 20 points of damage. I'm going to put it there to remind me about it. So he's going to initiate an attack, and he's going to attack the freshly summoned trike. All right. So the trike is, speed of trike is 4. Speed of the Knight of Ember is now 8, thanks to the Mysterious Traveler. And it is his turn, so he can't take damage. So he's going to attack. That's 7, 14. So that's a hit. He rolls 4 dice, plus 7, plus 20. Oh my gosh. 11, 14, 15, 35 points of damage. That is enough to bring the trike to 15 damage. Yikes. So the trike strikes back. 2 dice plus 1. 6, 7, but his armor level is currently 11, so he misses. Now, play passes to the trike. However, the trike will not be able to damage him. We're going to put down Bull Power on the trike anyway, though. But not going to attack because I can't damage him. And I don't have any real fun things going on there. Now, in between the turns, we play a Minotaur Bodyguard. So if he does take damage, he will be able to negate it. So the Wild Vampire draws a card. And he's not going to initiate attack because he cannot harm the dude. Boy, this That's Night of Ember's tough. All right, so we're going to play a magic card. It's Force Fire. He's already got 5 filled up, so he can't play anymore, so it just goes away. Now he's going to initiate an attack. And he's going to attack the Wild Vampire, of course, but he can be damaged this turn. So 2 dice, 8, 15, 4 dice damage. It's a lot, 10, 14. It won't matter even if he hasn't replayed the turn. He's going to play the Minotaur Bodyguard. Forget it. We're playing the Minotaur Bodyguard. We're going to negate that damage. Now the Wild Vampire gets to strike back. And he rolls a 7 plus 9 is 16, so that's definitely hit. But whatever damage he rolls is going to be negated by the Minotaur Bodyguard. So now play passes. Oh, wait a second. Whose turn is it? Oh my gosh, that was the Trike's turn. No, but then I moved and I moved. Yeah, I'm going too fast for my own good. So we're back to the Trike again. Oh my gosh. All right, so they're at 250. So if that goes in, they lose. Not looking good. Can't damage him thanks to those Night Guards. Those Night Guards, that card is nasty if it's played the way that I think it's played. So, whoo-wee. All right, in between. Oh, I hate that card. And now it is the Wild Vampire's turn. This just, oh, that's just crazy. That's crazy. Wild Vampire, you can't damage him. He doesn't have anything to do against his magic cards, so turn's going to pass to him. That goes away. He can be damaged currently. So he's going to initiate an attack because he has to. And he's going to attack the Wild Vampire. He gets 3 dice. 3 dice plus 7 to hit. And he is first. Oh, wait, no, he's not first. Yes, he is. He is now first because of the added speeds. So he hits, of course, and he's going to do 5 dice damage. And that will probably be enough to... Oh, that's a horrible roll. That's probably enough to take out the Wild Vampire. 5, 10, 12, 22, plus 5, 27. More than enough to take him out. So he goes there. And play a creature from my hand. I'm going to put out the entry, even though I cannot hit him with my magic cards, nor can he hit him with his magic cards. So we'll see how that plays out. All right, so play passes to the Trike for reals this time. Oh my gosh, you're killing me. This is a horrible hand. Trike cannot hurt the Knight of Ember on this turn, so no go. And so the in-between times, Knight Armor, there's not a place for the Knight Armor, so it goes away, thank goodness. Now it's the entry's turn. He draws a card. We're going to get rid of the Flame of the Infinite with a Evil Queen so that it does 30 damage to the boss. And then the Ent is not going to attack because he cannot be harmed by those Royal Guards. And so play passes to the Knight of Ember, plays a card. Oh my gosh. He's at plus 17 to damage. He has to initiate an attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's going to attack the Trike. And so he rolls. The speed of his speed is currently 8. The Trike's speed is currently 6. So the Knight of Ember attacks first. Rolls a 7 plus 7 plus, yeah. So 14 hits. He rolls 4 dice plus 17. That's 16, 19 plus 17 is 36. That's more than enough to kill the Trike. And that puts the dinosaur player out of action. Even for reround time, he probably would still die, so we're not going to do it. So he is out of the game. Done. Toast. So that leaves the poor entry up against the Knight of Ember and all of his minions. So now we move to the entry's turn. That'll be slightly helpful. Can't initiate attacks. We do, takes damage, blah, blah, blah. Forest Fire. And so Knight of Ember attacks. That is 4 plus 7 is 11. It's definitely a hit. 4 dice plus 17. That is a horrible roll, Knight. 3, 4, 5, 19 damage. All right, so. So 19 from 40 is 9. Wait. It's so bad. Bad. 19 plus 21 is 40. Okay, thank goodness. Holy moly, folks. All right, but the good news is, you know what? No, forget it. He's gonna negate that damage. Negating it because it doesn't affect the entry, it affects the damage, so I'm allowed to play it. Now the entry is not going to strike back. Wait. I initiated an attack? Why would I initiate an attack? I can't damage him. So this has to be, oh, forget it. It has to be his turn. So he attacked, his speed was better, now I attack back. Oh my gosh, I'm losing my mind. So 9 plus 6 is 15. That is a hit because his armor level is currently 11. Then I get 2 times attack damage because he's holding a weapon. So it's 1 die plus 6, 7, 14 damage. All right. Okay. So now comes the tree's turn. He cannot damage him. That'll become unhealthy. Goes back to the Knight of Ember. And so I can't play that card. So then he attacks. He is first. He has an 8 speed. The entry has 4. He hits. He rolls 4 dice plus 17. That is 10, 14, 31 points of damage. We're going to cancel that with the Minotaur Bodyguard. And we're going to attack back. 2 dice plus 6. That is 9, 15. So that's definitely a hit. 1 plus 6, 11 times 2, 22 damage. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Now it's to the end. Now he cannot be damaged. Draws a card. We're going to put a Nightmare Claw on him because we're desperate, folks. Because we're desperate. We do 2 times damage. Hopefully we'll be able to survive. I'm not going to initiate attack because he won't take any damage. So it goes to him. He plays a card. Cannot play this card. Oh, you can. But it's an equip card, so it has to come out and stay. So it is a hourglass card. But if it comes out, it has to stay for at least, it has to have a place to stay. So I'm going to say this one does not play. Because otherwise, if with the equip part and has to stay there because it equips, I'm going to say it doesn't. But he's going to initiate an attack. His speed is greater. Oh, I can't play Nightmare Claw on my Ent. So, fine. All right, tell you what I'm going to do. Let's back this up. Wait, was that an attack? Wait, was that an attack? Did he harm himself? All right, it's fine. I think he harmed himself. Did I roll that? Yeah, we're going to say I rolled it. He does a d6 to himself. It doesn't matter. All right, in the end, we'll strike back because he can be harmed. That is a lot. And he rolls 1d. So that's 10 times 2 is 20. All right, so now the play passes to the entry. All right, so the entry is going to Saki. That's 100 and 210 in the cemetery. He's going to play out the Griffin. Put this on the Griffin. All right. Now, I didn't draw a card, so I'll draw a card. Ooh, put the Elven Scout on him, too. He still can't be hurt on my turn, so I'm not going to initiate an attack. So we'll go to him, and he'll play a Twister. Thank God. Destroy all magic cards on the field. All players draw 2 cards. Then the boss draws 2 cards. I'm getting sick of those night cards. All right, so players draw 2. Oh, that is gorgeous. That was a good pull. And then he draws 2. So he gets to attack, and then we'll resolve that first, and we'll draw the second card, but I'll shuffle now. So he automatically gets to attack the Griffin. Compare their speeds 8 to 5, so the Griffin actually attacks first. and rolls a 5 plus 5 is 10, so that's a hit. 2 dice plus 5 damage, that is 7. That is a 12 damage. Now the knight strikes back. That's an 8 plus, that's definitely a hit. And he rolls 4 damage dice plus 12. That's 8, 10, 13. No, not plus 12 anymore. Plus 7. So that's 10, 20. 20 damage. So that puts him at actually 60. Alright, so the Griffin is at 60 hit points. Alright, and we still have to draw the Knight of Ember's second card. This goes into his graveyard. And Blade in the Dark, this card destroys the next magic card played by one of the players. Okay, that's cool. But yeah, everybody struck back. Okay, so now it goes back to the Griffin. Okay. I'm gonna play the Sword of the Grove, which is gonna destroy the Blade in the Dark. Then I'm gonna play the Sword of Light. It's the only chance I have. And we're only at 210 in the graveyard, I think. Yeah, 210 in the cemetery for life points. So, all right, so the Griffin is going to initiate an attack. His speed is 8. It's greater than the Knight of Ember. Roll 2 dice plus 8 to hit. Oh, 3 dice plus 8 to hit. So that's a hit. Now he rolls 3 dice plus 8 damage. And that is 8, 9, 17 damage. Okay, now the Knight strikes back. Woo! Critted himself. He's done that a couple times this game. And it is now his turn. Plays a magic card. Next magic card played by the Griffin will harm him. He's going to initiate an attack. The Griffin is first. 7. I really wanted to double that damage. 7. 3 dice. Yeah, so we hit. And now we roll 3 dice plus 8 damage. Nice. 14, 22 damage. Yeah, on him. Wait. Yeah. 14 plus 8, 22 damage. Now he strikes back at the Griffin. He hits the Griffin. He rolls 4 dice against the Griffin. Oh, man, that hurt. 17, 18, 25 damage. Ouch. All right, so we pass the play to the Griffin. He draws a card. Sword of the Grove gets an additional plus 5 damage. Let's hope we can do something with this. It's going to initiate an attack. His speed is, it's going to destroy that and destroy that. Good enough. Let's get rid of it, man. I'm telling you, because it's a very valuable magic card. So we're still going to attack anyway. Our speed is still greater. We're rolling 3 dice to attack. And we hit. And then we're going to do 3 dice plus 8 damage. And that is 9, 12, 20 damage. And the Knight shall strike back. And he rolls 14 to hit. And he does 4 dice of damage plus 7. That is 10, 15, 17, 24. Okay. His turn. Plays a card. Break free. He has no bondage on him at all. So he's going to initiate an attack. The Griffin strikes first. 11 plus 8 is a lot. So rolls 3 dice plus 8 damage. That was horrible, horrible, horrible. 12 damage. And that was that. And now, wait. So now he strikes back. I didn't strike back yet, did I? Did I strike back this turn? I don't know. I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind. So hits. 4 dice is going to finish him, so he goes away. And that puts 100, 110, 160, 240. Still alive. And we put a Minotaur into play. All right. And now it moves to his turn. Oh, wait a second. Yeah. Oh, I have to get rid of him now. Because I couldn't play him from my hand because he had a 7. All right. Minotaur. Whew. Magic Ring, +5 damage. Minotaur is going to attack. They have an equal amount to attack, so the khaki die will be the Knight of Ember. So the Minotaur will attack first. 2 dice +1 to hit. And he gets a 7, 8. That's just enough to hit the Knight of Ember. When this creature hits, roll 1 die. If the die is 5 or 6, your opponent cannot battle for a turn cycle. First of all, I have to see if it's going to affect the Knight of Ember. It is. And now, if I get a 5, yes. So he cannot battle for 1 turn cycle. Sweet, sweet, sweet. All right, now here's my damage. 2 dice +6. 11. That's some decent stuff, folks. 17 damage. And he cannot battle because he has been stunned by my Minotaur. Knight of Ember. Sword of the Grove, but he cannot attack. Now he'll be able to attack on my turn if I initiate an attack. Magic Eater, I'm going to get rid of that Sword of the Grove. And I am going to initiate an attack. And our speeds are tied. And he goes first this time. 2 dice +7. Oh, he critted himself. That is awesome. Can we dare to dream, folks? Can we dare to dream? I know this has been a fairly sloppy game, but it's been brutal regardless, right? It's been brutal. Holy moly. Okay, so now the Minotaur will strike back. Oh, that's to hit, not to damage. To be fair, we should give it back. And that is a 15, 16 to hit. That's definitely a hit. 2 die. Oh, on hit, let's see if he's affected. He is affected. And that is not, he's not going to be stunned. It's only on a 5 or 6. All right, so he'd be able to attack on his own turn. However, now we're going to roll damage. Now I roll 9 damage. All right. Did he attack me? No. He hit. Oh my gosh. 10, 16. No, 18. That's 12, 18, 25. Holy moly. All right, his turn. He does 20 extra damage this turn. Not good. We see who goes first. It's going to be him. 2 dice. Ouch, hits. 4 dice. So that is 10, 17, 37. Minotaur strikes back. 7 plus 6 is 13. He hits. He does 2 dice. Plus 1 is 8, 9. However, let's see if this ability is going to affect. Nope. Did it? Yeah, it didn't affect him. All right, so now it's back to him. Bugman, we're going to hold him in my hand. And I'm going to initiate an attack. I mean, what else can you do, right, folks? Knight attacks first. Hits. Oh, good. 7, 8, 9 plus 7 is 16. So we're still alive, folks. It's getting close, getting close. All right, so the Minotaur is now going to strike back. 4 plus 6 is a hit. And then he does 2 dice plus 1. 8 damage. All right, and then, whew, pass turn. Oh, I hate the Flame of the Infinite. Oh, that's game over right there. He's going to initiate an attack. 3 dice. He's going to hit. Dang it. And then he's going to roll 5 dice of damage. And that's going to be everything. Dead. And that's 170, 210, 270, 300. Yeah, dead. Well, folks. Oh my gosh, the Aqua Dragon was on the bottom of the deck. Oh, what a brutal game. But hey, got him down to 184 out of 600. A lot of fun. All right, folks. Well, that was a 2-deck battle against the Knight of Ember. It was a little messy. I made a few mistakes. I still am not 100% sure on my interpretation of Royal Knight, but either way, I had a heck of a lot of fun, and that's really what this game is about. Enjoying your turn, having some fun, and trying to take out a massive boss. All right. Well, that's it for this video, folks. Thanks once again for watching. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for everything. I truly appreciate it. So until next time, keep on rolling dice, slinging cards, playing Ward. Mage Hammer out.